just getting another look at this mini split ducted unit that I've wrapped in neoprene foam. Why, Aaron, would you wrap this system in neoprene foam? Well, this ducted unit is inside an unconditioned attic space. And when we installed this about 8 years ago, I didn't know any better. And unfortunately, the HVAC installer that put it in also didn't know any better. But I do not recommend putting a ducted unit or any type of HVAC equipment in an unconditioned attic space. And so what did we do? Well, we wrapped it in neoprene. So this is a Mitsubishi mini split ducted system. That top section is the body of the unit. The return air is coming in from there. It's conditioned by the middle section. That's our condensate drain coming out, as well as our refrigerant lines at the top. And then we have the supply going into two bedrooms that are about, on either side. And then on this bottom section, so what you don't see behind this wall is a hallway. And we have a return air vent returning from this hallway. That return air goes through these ducts and goes back into the system. So in addition to this, if you watched the previous video, you also have seen that I have this section right here. That is a supply from our ERV system. That supply goes directly into this plenum here, this box, and also feeds the mini split. So the ERV is providing fresh air through this duct, and that fresh air is then getting taken into the return of the mini split and brought up to the system. Why did we do this? Well, again, this is in an unconditioned space, but unfortunately, this was also a low static pressure system, which means it wasn't supposed to have any ductwork attached to it. So strike two, unfortunately, for our HVAC contractor, who will go unnamed, but this system was not meant to have any ductwork on it. And so what we did is we added these additional returns and the ERV supply to hopefully boost the static pressure to get more of that air into the bedrooms. And then if that wasn't enough, when we did this system and modified the ductwork about a year ago, we pulled all of the refrigerant out of the system. We weighed it to see how much we had so that we could put more in. And we realized at the time that we only had 1 pound of refrigerant. And this is a 9,000 BTU unit. The outside system is on a multi-system, so it shares a outdoor unit, which sits over 50 feet away. And if you know anything about refrigerant lines and how much refrigerant is needed, putting only 1 pound of refrigerant is not going to do it. So we weighed in and put the correct amount of refrigerant in, and it works wonders right now. So I just wanted to give you a different angle of the system. Quite the interesting setup that we have running the ducted mini split in line with our ERV system. So check out the other video for a little more information. Thanks for watching the Electric Home Show. Like and subscribe for more. And if you ever have to put a system in your attic, make sure that attic is conditioned, is insulated. And if it's not, and you already have a system up there, consider wrapping it in neoprene. It's a much cheaper alternative and actually quite simple alternative than putting extra insulated ducts. So this was recommended to us by a number of folks, and we're going to see how it works. And this was a DIY job with the neoprene, not running the ductwork. I had a professional do that side. So thanks so much for watching. Take care.